My name is Sariat Ariela Kasim. I'm here to make a group presentation on leadership approach on Brian Tracy and Sir Terence Lee. The slide here shows the names of my group members and the responsibility that was allocated to each and every member of the group. The table of content includes the introduction, the brief history of Sir Terence Lee, the brief history of Brian Tracy, the leadership approach for Terence, the application of the theory of leadership approach for Terence, the leadership approach for Brian, the application of the theory of leadership approach for Brian, and our references. The word lead, according to Web Dictionary, implies to survive. A leader is defined as an individual who directs and possesses leading power and leverages. According to Suji 2015, she was able to give us an acronym for leadership, which means listen, enthusiasm, aspiring, decisive, empower and encourage, responsibility, supportive, humble, inspire with integrity, and plan, where she gave a definition of leadership as a position to listen with enthusiasm, having an aspiring mind, to be able to make decisive actions, empower and encourage others in a responsible, supportive and humble manner, to inspire them to achieve the set goal as planned. According to Northout, it assumed that leadership is a means to improve private development, public and professional improvement. According to Rizk et al., leadership is regarded as a proof to accomplishment in recent firm, and study enhances this perspective by largely reporting its positive effects. Also, Smith made us to understand that leaders must deal with others as they would love to be dealt with, because an individual of authority that adopts utterances like "I am in charge" or "the boss" can induce a negative impact and prevent the main ingredient of leadership, known as influence. According to John Maxwell, he said that no one can serve as a productive leader unless they go through the 5 P's, which are position, permission, production, people development, and pinnacle. The history of Sir Terence Lee. According to Naguara 2010, Sir Terence Lee was born on the 28th of February 1956 in Liverpool. He joined Tesco in 1979 after finishing from the University of Manchester Institute of a second-class upper honour degree in management science. After finishing his studies, he joined Tesco as the managing executive in 1979 and he rose to the level of becoming the CEO of Tesco in 1997. Since he managed the overseeing of the business at Tesco, the company noticed a huge growth. In the course of his management, he supervised the obtainance and launching of supermarket chains in Poland, Turkey, Japan, and the United States. According to Stefan 2010, his main focus was threefold: 1. The customers; 2. Reaching the #1 spot in the UK grocery retailing; and 3. Identifying and developing new long terms in non-food service and international expansion. In 2011, after serving the UK biggest supermarket group for 14 years, he stepped down and was replaced by Philip Clothing. The brief history of Brian Chess. According to CelebrityBorn.com 2018, Chess was born on the 29th of August 1981 in province of New York, United States. He is an American entrepreneur, founder and the CEO of organization named Airbnb. Since his youth, Chess was named to craft structure, design, and models. He graduated with a bachelor's in fine arts degree from Royal Island School of Design in 2004. In the awakening of graduating, he filled in as a planner and modern fashioners in Los Angeles business-based organization. He got the thought of Airbnb in 2007, where but he was confronted with some monetary problems. His chest and his flatmates required money to close this lead, but at last this prompted the introduction of Airbnb, which developed steadily and gave better chances to explorers searching for a spot to remain. I'll leave my colleague to explain the next slide, which is leadership approach for Terence. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Zhenyu Yang, and today I will analyze the trade approach of Tesco former CEO Terry Lacy management skills. The trade approach is a way of study personality that places emphasis on the trait of an individual as marker of personality. Traits are continual patterns of behaviors and thoughts that are generally stable over time. Traits are often the things that people use to describe another person, such as nice, good, funny, honest. The trait approach suggests that our personalities are comparison of their differing behavioral traits. Trait theories is an approach to the study of human personality. Trait theorists are primarily interested in the measurement of traits, which can be defined as habitual patterns of behaviors, thoughts, and emotion. Gordon Approach was an early pioneer of trait research. This early work was regarded as the beginning of model personalities physical research. In some theories and system traits that a person possesses or does not possess, but in many other traits are dimensions such as introversion and introversion, and everyone elements within this range. The second part is Lacy leadership model. Tesco is currently considered the most successful retail company in the UK, which is inspirable from the leadership of CEO Terry Lacy. He promised Tesco employees 4 standards: 1. An interesting job. 2. Opportunities in life. 3. Being respected. 4. A helpful but not the biggest problem boss. Leadership model based off power. The power-based leadership model is one of the very popular leadership models. It's a power model proposed by the French and Levin. They are power, reward, power, extract power, limited power, and reflected power. Terry Lacy is the CEO of Tesco and has 3 kinds of powers, namely legend power, recommendation power, and extract power. Of course, Terry Lacy has absolute strength in the most aspect in the theoretical knowledge, the scientific foundations, skill, and repair decision making. Leadership model. Action considered leadership. The most famous master of leadership is John Adams. He is the world's first professor of leadership research at the University of Surrey. He works hard for leadership development. He is known for his action-centric leadership (ACL) leadership model. Action-centrist leadership has also been criticized as authoritarian and has low relevance to modern workplace. In modern workplace, the focus of leadership is on leadership change, empowerment, knowledge management, and fruitful innovation. Terry Lacy was appointed CEO of Tesco, marking a new era for the company, which adopted a participatory leadership style and gave employees a say in the decision-making process. As a result, the organization structure becomes flatter, and everyone's roles and responsibilities are clear states. This is my reference. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yu Tong. I'm using skill approach to analyze the leadership approach for Terry Hay. Cass identified 3 skills that are related to the advancement and effectiveness of leaders, which are technical skills, human skills, and conceptual skills. Technical skills is knowledge about method, process, procedures, and techniques for conducting activity and ability to use tools and equipment relevant to that activity. It's important at lower levels of management. Human skills is having knowledge about and being an Human skills is having knowledge about and being able to work with people. It's important at all levels of management. Conceptual skills is the ability to work with ideas and concepts, creating vision, strategic plans, and problem solving. It is most important at top management levels. In technical skills, during Sir Terry Hayes' tenure, Tesco introduced new products, store format, and Tesco Club Card with his knowledge and experience. This is the UK's first supermarket loyalty card, in partnership with data mining firms. A new way to engage customers and allow Tesco to lift over Sainsbury's and provide insights into shopping habits of the UK's household. In human skills, in 2004, Sir Terry Hay has invested £12 million in employee training schemes, which includes more communication channel between managers and staff. A scheme that allows directors and managers listen to ideas and suggestions from customers and staff. And talent spotting schemes help with better understanding of employee situation. In conceptual skills, Tesco were followers of Marks and Spencer and Sainsbury's with market value of £4.7 billion before Lee Hay as a CEO of Tesco. He realized that Tesco must not rely on retail convention in order to take larger market share. He is successfully leading Tesco's transformation from a regular supermarket chain into a diversified retail brand, and attract the attention of the British middle class in terms of product selection, quality, and convenience. Finally, he leading Tesco become one of the largest retailer worldwide in 2001.
Thank you, Surya. My name is Mingyang He. Now I will talk about style approach. There are 2 main perspectives. emphasizes the behavior of the leader, focuses exclusively on what leaders do and how they act. The definition of this approach are two main general kinds of behaviors: task behaviors and relationship behaviors. And I will use the Black Mountain's managerial leadership quiz. It used to explain how leaders help organizations to reach their purpose. There are two main factors: concern for protection and concern for people. Let's move on. As you can see, this figure contains 5 arrows. Impoverished management, it means low results, low people, and produce or perish management, it means high results, low people. Middle of the road management, it means everything is in a middle. Country club management, it means high concern about people but low results. Team management, it means high production and high people. It's the best one. Focus on concern for production. In June 2012, Appian announced its monthly live booking, doubling its business in the past 5 months. It means Appian running very well. And Appian started slowly, facing many problems. And Chesky and his co-founders went to New York in 2009, and where many of his users lived to meet them personally. The opposite of what an internet company typically does, and it helped Appian to get more profit. And that year, the site ended with 100,000 guests live booked. So all of these two materials reflect Appian operating very well and gain more profit when Brian Chesky being its CEO. Even though some others think it's a great idea to build this company, but Chesky run its business very well and attract hosts and run his business well by attract hosts and allowing different kinds of spaces to be houses. So from this results, we can say in concern of production, Chesky stay at a high level. Let's move on to concern for people. Some of the criticism of Appian related to its effects on long-term housing in some urban markets, but at the same time, Chesky has sought to empower communities rather than undermining them. Specifically, a key reason for the Appian leadership position in the market is its effects on social ecosystem. Hundreds of struggling communities are now seeing tourism and the influence of commerce resulting from Appian travels. And also, when President Trump issued his executive order to ban immigration from some predominant Muslim countries, many leaders in the business world pushed back, but Chesky was the first one to do this thing. He against the ban on Twitter, and in a letter to employees and announcing Appian would offer free house to anyone impacted. And he also opened a 24-hour hotline. From these examples, we can see Chesky concern his employees, and he also concern his hosters. I think bigger entrepreneurs should be responsible for vulnerable groups and he do all of these things. So we can say from this aspect, Franceschi also stay at a high level. So in summary, we can say Franceschi belong to team management era. It means IBM can get high profit and this company high concern about people. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Surya Ramanathan and I'm going to explain about skill leadership approach for Brian Chesky. According to Cates, it is acknowledged that an executive is the one who coordinates the exercises of different people and attempts the obligation regarding accomplishing certain targets through these hard times. Based on this definition, we came to know that a fruitful organization seems to lay on three essential aptitudes, which we'll call as technical, human, and conceptual skills. It is unreasonable to state that these aptitudes are not interrelated between them, but there may be a genuine legitimacy in each if we inspect each and every aptitude independently and creating them morally. Based on Cates' definition on skill leadership, Uckel invented a three-skill approach which represents the technical skills, human skills, and conceptual skills. Technical skills. Technical skills are the information about strategies, procedures, systems, and methods for directing a particular movement using the modern softwares and scientific methods in these days. Human skill. The information about human conduct and relational procedures. The main knowledge is about understanding the emotions, mentality, and the thought process of others using whatever state they are or what work they are doing. Especially in an organization, a leader should possess the capacity to build powerful and helpful connections between his co-workers. Conceptual skills. A leader should have a general explanatory capacity and logical deduction, capability in idea management and arrangements, and a centralization of complex questions on the focus on the complex questionables and imagine about thoughts and critical thinking. He should also have the capacity to break down the problems and see the solution for the problems. Conceptual skills of Brian Chesky. Brian Chesky thought of the possibility of airbed and breakfast and purchased 3 pneumatic beds for his first 3 customers in Airbnb in the initial days. The motivation behind this industry grew quickly. All they needed were just the internet and no other huge building or modern technology like the other organizations. He managed to test utilizing the strategies he called as setting off to the source, like using the strategies used by Mark Zuckerberg, Reid Hoffman, and many popular people, etc. In a New York Times interview, Brian Chesky reveals that he considers who sees the world as it could be and instead of what it's worth. And he also searches for employees with present new thoughts and willing to take risk. Nowadays, he is dealing with plotting Airbnb's best course of actions and transforming the organization into full administration travel company. It was during this coronavirus lockdown, he adulated for introducing a cleaning protocol for his host and declaring free discounts to visitors who couldn't utilize their appointments because of movement restriction in this lockdown period. Human skills for Brian Chesky. He gives more importance to his clients rather than the administration. As CEO of Airbnb, he used to send his Sunday mails to all his employees to discuss about the current situation of their business. And in this coronavirus pandemic situation, he laid off around 25% of his staff. And in a letter he wrote that outlining it is just a choice. This shows us how well he understands the mental situation of the employees in his company. Chesky has consistently been about qualities and adding to society. For example, in 2011, a female host condo was demolished by a customer who took her belongings and essentials while she was in a business trip. The organization did not show any response to the host, but Chesky settled on this alternative choice by taking full responsibility for this episode and declaring an execution of $50,000 as an assurance for the host. Technical skills for Brian Chesky. Brian Chesky didn't think a lot about technical skills before beginning Airbnb. In his childhood days, he was keen on art, design, and architectural models. He graduated from Rhode Island School of Design with a Bachelor's in Fine Arts degree. Before starting the Airbnb, he began his profession as a tactician and industrial designer in Los Angeles. This shows that he does not have any deep relation with technical skills. By comparing the three different types of skills for Brian Chesky, we came across the following advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. Brian Chesky has a good customer relationships and also close contact with all his employees in his organization. He also has some timely innovative ideas, especially for this coronavirus pandemic situation. Some of the disadvantages are he is lacking some technical skills, but he also follows the strategic movements placed by Mark Zuckerberg, Hoffmans, and some other great leaders. Another one is he is being a little bit overwhelming to the customers rather than his employees. Showing more generosity may become a threat for the organization. Thank you.